Hey Kings and Dragons, Dragon King 551 here. It's been a while since I've done a movie review. This one's all about the Eternals movie from Marvel. Obviously, I will do my best on why I like the movie and why I didn't, and I will explain most of the movie. The post-credit scenes were not very rememberable, so I will not really talk about them and stuff. So those scenes are not really relevant in this breakdown and review of the movie. So overall, the audience rated an 84% off Rotten Tomatoes, which is the most reliable source. I personally think it was a 6 out of 10. I didn't think it was that great of a movie. I didn't think it was ultimately horrible, but I would not rate it a C movie or an A movie. I believe it's lower than that. I think it's like a D plus movie, maybe like 65%. Ultimately, I thought the storyline was okay, but let's just be frank here before I go into full depth of it. I'm going to give one thing about immortality. Immortality is a thing that basically makes you live forever. I know there's been so many different aspects of it where Thor is a god. He should have immortality. You have vampires who have immortality and their weakness is stake through the heart or fire. So immortality is not relative, is not really um real because immortality is relative. When you become an immortal, there must be something that can kill you or something. So it's like there's not immortality is kind of pointless. So even though they say the Eternals are immortal in this movie, they get easily killed so fast by these variants that Thor is, to my aspect, Thor is the stronger god or deity, if you want to call it that. So yeah, they've been around for 7,000 years plus, but for that long, they jump in and control these variants. They do talk about Thanos in it, where they didn't feel like they needed to get involved because it was all about that. Now, I loved the movie in its aspects of the story, but there were certain things where it was confusing. So obviously, we have one of the Eternals who turns bad, and the main leader gets killed. They throw her down, and then there's this big giant variant monster um, who absorbs all their powers, basically jams it into their neck, takes their powers of revival and healing and everything else in between. And they're able to do that and take everyone's powers. Then there's this one guy who's lost faith in everyone and wants to follow orders of um in Mbashla or something. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It's this big giant deity, and he's really huge. He's like a big giant robot guy. So I was like, I thought that was Galactivus at one point, but Galactivus has more of like a pointy like helmet thing. But he is about the same size of these like robot freak deities. So he wants to stay true to them and stuff. And these deities are bad. But here's the cake on top that is really surprising. They're all androids. None of them are actually real. They're programmed at a database inside somewhere far off the planet somewhere where they were never really living to begin with. They're androids and all their memories are stored in there. And these big robot deities are gather information and they basically take life force from the humans and grow and let them develop their planet like Earth. And then then the deity comes out of the planet and destroys it. Now, personally, I thought that was interesting. I like how that happened. But let's they so now the rest of the internals that are still good is that the want to go, and they must go shut down this robot so he cannot explode the earth and stuff. Once they shut him down, though, they will be facing a treasonous trial because the leader of these deity robots is the leader, and if you disrespect him, you disrespect everyone. But he will leave Earth alone and judge them and understand why they protected Earth. Now, I did forget to mention a very key factor is that we have the Angelique Jolie, who was infected in the movie with her mind not being erased properly and stuff, and her memory getting screwed up. So her abilities corrupted her brain at Wave, and now she kind of turns on her internals, not intentionally. She's not really the bad guy. It's this other dude who um, kind of looks like Bucky Barnes a little bit, and he's the guy who basically turns on them all. And again, so everything shut down, and now he gives up. And you know what he does? He flies into the effing sun and blows himself and kills himself. So personally, the immortal stating of being immortals is basically useless because you don't have the greatness of doing that, and it's just ridiculous because basically they can just die all easily. I could just grab a machine gun and go pow, 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 and just shoot them and they would die. I mean, it's like they're worse than Iron Man, Captain Marvel, Captain America. Like they're worse heroes. So it's interesting. I enjoyed it, but you guys can give your own judgment on it when you go see it. These are just my personal views of it. Again, I didn't think it was a great origin story, but it wasn't as bad as everyone said it would be. So yeah, until next time, guys, don't forget to stay radical. I'll see you in the next one. This was my Eternals movie review, and yeah.